Hello and welcome to another episode of Perfect America. Today we've got some activists who are finally doing something to get Donald Trump to listen to the needs of female voters. And what they've decided to do is create a giant foam vagina which they will stuff with letters from women expressing their concerns and their desires for his presidency. Makes a lot of sense. Let's take a look at the video clip and kind of see what they're trying to do, and I'll try to provide some feedback as we go through it. Here we go.
We wanted this to be a gift that he would be excited about receiving, but in a very classy, I can't express classy enough way.
So it makes sense that one of the classiest ways to get a message to the president that he would actually read would be to put it into a pussy. Because we know that Donald Trump likes to grab them by the pussy, and in this particular case, he can grab them by the pussy without actually getting into trouble. So I think it's an ironic choice by these women, very, very clever, and a classy way of kind of elevating the public discourse in terms of female concerns.
Hashtag read my lips.
This is a particularly interesting choice. Now, they've taken a hot dog costume and they put on a hot dog costume and started dancing around in a road. I'm not really sure what this has to do with the video or with women's rights, but I guess it's just kind of a quirky little thing they could throw in to make the video a little bit more interesting. If anybody knows what this hot dog costume has to do with women's rights, let me know. It might be some symbology that I'm not familiar with, so I just want to make sure I'm not missing something.
So what we would love is for women to share their messages on Mogul. Just it could be a sentence on what they want from President Trump over the next 4 years.
Alright, so I will leave a link below to this Mogul website so that interested women can leave their comments to Donald Trump that will be placed into the vagina, so that when it arrives at the White House, Donald Trump can reach into the vagina and pull out information from the vagina which will help him rule the free world. I think that's really the only way that Donald Trump is going to be interested in getting any information from a woman, is if it's coming from a vagina, because of course that's the only part of the woman that he's interested in. I mean, he is a man after all, so safe to say that would be a pretty effective way to get him to read women's comments.
Young women are the future. I always say that. It's really important for them that their voices are being heard, and it should be important for us. We should listen.
Just because...
Yes, young women are the future, and we've heard that from Hillary Clinton. She is spot on. The future is young women, and they definitely need their voices to be heard for their own well-being. And it's also important for us because young women have some of the best ideas about how to rule the country and how to make sure things are equitable in the labor market.
Trump is our president does not mean that we are not entitled to say what we think. Democracy is built upon the will of the people, and so I think it's absolutely vital that the women come together.
So they ended off there with some very key points. Number one, that just because Donald Trump is president, we don't lose our First Amendment rights. That's very critical. We need to always remember that. We can still say what we want, even though we've got this tyrant as the president. And the second point was that this is a democracy and our important words need to be heard, and we need to make sure that the people are heard. And of course, again, the best way to do that is to put our information into disembodied genitals in order to make sure the president and the people can receive the message effectively. And that's pretty much all I wanted to say on this one. Please leave your comments below. Again, like always, only positive comments, please. Negative comments will be deleted and you will be banned from the channel. And I'll leave the link again so you can leave your comments over on that Mogul website. Thanks so much. See you soon.